Howdy survivors, welcome back to another video here on ARK Survival Ascended in Scorched Earth, and today it's actually the start of my first ruin rebuild project here on this map. Of course I did a few on the island, so I couldn't resist and not do one here, and we've decided to start rebuilding this little town on the edges of the dunes and the main map. So it's a really cool location, and of course also has the entrance to one of the artifact caves, I believe. So it's actually a really cool spot to turn into a base, because it will be both very convenient for once we do go down to those caves and get the artifacts and the drops inside, but also just because it's a very cool ruined town that we can fully rebuild and bring back to life. So these are the ruins that I will be rebuilding over the coming time, because it's quite a big project. Of course, there's a lot of ruins here. It's also a cave location, so makes for an interesting place to rebuild. I will say the big difference between these ruins here on Scorched and the island is that they are a little bit smaller, and there's also a lot of them that are a lot more complete. So basically this rebuild will turn this into the town it once was. It will also be my first build doing something with the Adobe textures and not changing them through to the Frontier pack, so that will be fun as well. And I think it will be a cool challenge to try and turn this into a fully functioning base with basically having a lot of small buildings. So it will be like a full town, and we can have dedicated buildings for everything we do. So like a forge, like a blacksmith maybe, you know, stuff like that. Should be really fun. And it's also convenient because it's right on the edge of the central map. So you're leaving the safe zone, you're going into the dunes. So for all the stuff that we need to do out here is good. But also, of course, when we get to doing the caves, this will just be part of our base. I'll probably also build something in here. Maybe one last room down here, which will have some beds so you can easily respawn. And whenever you start doing the cave, you're pretty safe because you can spawn so close to it. I think that could be a really fun thing and a really useful thing as well. So yeah, this is one of my many projects, and one of the challenges besides rebuilding the ruins again is going to be adding a train station, because I'm trying to connect my bases with a train network. So I think I will use these two pillars, build a little platform, little train station right here on the edge of the town. But I can't wait to get started and probably do some of the ruins in this video already. As you can see, I've done some building here in the ruins, and we got our first buildings done. Yeah, it's quite fun building ruins again. Got a little room down here. Didn't really do much with it. It was more just so that I could place down the windmill over there to help protect the generator, but also just, you know, for the looks. I think it's nice that they repurposed this old ruin in this way. We also have a water tank to catch a little bit of rain that we get here in the desert. And then this courtyard is actually completely with foundations, so we can actually just place stuff here, have some crafting here, I don't know, whatever we want. It's basically just a building, but you're still outside. So a little courtyard, and then you have this building inside here as well that we can completely use. Then actually really cool, we got this little alleyway down to our storage room. So we got a bunch of storage down here, and since we use a pull-it mod in the server that we play on, we can just use all this stuff still above if we're crafting, etc. So it's actually really good. And the advantage of being in a basement means that you don't really feel any of the weather effects either. So really good place. I found that out at the end of my building session. And then we got the main building. So I tried to go for a slightly different style than what I usually do with the ruins rebuilds. And of course, it's my first time properly using Adobe as well. And I must say, I really do enjoy these new textures. I think we can do a lot with them. I'm not sure if I maybe want to try out some painting, maybe for the roofs especially. But I do really like the tile roof texture that we have. They really look quite nice. So I tried to add a little bit of details on the walls, different wall design as well with some thin pillars. And then we got a little overhang on the back, and we have a little dino pen here as well, just because it's still survival, so it needs to be practical as well. And it's also, it just fit in perfectly with the corner here. We had a little space left, which kind of felt like it was made to be a dino pen like this. Alright, let's check out this main building. So we have the front door right over here where you can get in. We have the smithy. I haven't really decorated the entire place, but it's a start. You can see it's quite nice and cozy. Now, it didn't all line up, so I had to do some wizardry, some overlapping, some collisions to make it all happen. But yeah, you got a little nice layer over here. You got a back door onto the overhang part that we saw before, so you can look out over the dino pen. You can also move to your little side balcony that we have over here, just to enjoy a little bit of the view of the town. You can see that I'm also starting to work on a train system connecting all the different bases, which is a different project, but very exciting nonetheless. And then we got a little generator room. Well, we're actually not using it anymore, but this was the first generator room because I didn't really knew what else to do with it. But we might change it. And yeah, I brought over Species X from our island server because we have a little private cluster going, because I was just getting tired of being attacked. So that is the way we protect ourselves right now. And then if we go inside, there's another layer that I built on top, so basically above the ruins, to make it all work. And because these two parts actually don't line up fully, we have this roof, and then with the slight offset we have the second roof, so they don't perfectly line up, but it makes for a very interesting shape. Of course, I started doing a little bit of the decoration, and we have a front porch balcony here as well, so really enjoy the view over the town and everything that is still yet to come and still yet to be rebuilt as well. We got a little funky design here with the wall that I really like, and then we got our bedroom to respawn in here as well. So it's not much, but it's a good start, I'd say, for a nice little base here out in the desert, in the dunes. It's actually a really cool location, just because there's a little village here full of ruins to rebuild, but also we have this main structure, which of course is also a cave entrance. So actually starting to work on this right now. So I filled in everything with foundations. We got our tech going on here. But yeah, this is really convenient because we have a lot of space to build on the inside. And since it's a private server, there's just two of us right now, maybe three of us in a little bit. It doesn't really matter. We're one tribe, so it's really easy to do. And this is just a really convenient, cool place to live at. So you can see right here, we have a little base going on. We actually have a little elevator going down and up here. So if you don't want to take the stairs every time, you can do that. But yeah, this cave just looks very, very cool. So we decided to turn it into our base. And yeah, so far we're just getting it started, but it does look really nice in my opinion already. There's a lot of space here, as you can see. So it's perfect to have a bit of a survival base going, because it's just very practical with the amount of space that we have and the things that we can do. You see, you can easily fit in all the things that you need. I made this little house, which is right now just a place where I could put some beds. You can see it's mostly just rocks from the cave, so it's not really the ideal shape to actually have more than that, but it makes for a great place to have some beds, which again is very useful, because if we started running this cave for the drops, for the artifacts I assume that are in here, we can just always respawn right at our base, which of course is very, very convenient. So yeah, I really like this as a very unique little base spot, besides of course rebuilding all the ruins on top. And who knows, maybe all this desert town needs is another little pyramid on the outskirts as a real landmark for this place. So maybe once we're a little bit further in with the rebuilding of all the ruins, we might just add a little pyramid on the skyline, you know? Why not? Have a real proper landmark. But yeah, as you can see, I've started bringing in the rail network that will connect all the bases here on Scorched. You can see what I'm using to kind of support them. So at the end of every rail that doesn't want to be extended anymore, I add down pillars. I'm actually using metal pillars for that, just that they are less likely to be destroyed. And then scaffolding in between to make it look pretty nice, I'd say. It's a little bit funky the way the rail system works, and it can connect to each other, but I think I'm getting down a pretty nice line. So we have actually a split over there so that we can have one going back into the mainland and probably go to the center hub where I'm gonna build, where I'm building a western town. And then this one splits off, which is probably gonna be the circle around the map on the edge of the dunes. And this, I'm thinking of actually just making the train station right on top of this building. Maybe extend, build something on top of here. And then we can just have a place where we can hop on, hop off right from the top of this place. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this first video of the Ruins rebuild project. It's fun to finally get back into it. And if you have any cool suggestions for things that I should add to this ruined town, because we have quite a lot of ruins here to rebuild, please leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.